Hello and welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that bit of footage. I got this little tank locomotive just before Christmas last year. I think it's seen a fair bit of action, possibly not in its original condition, although I think the bodywork may be original, the chassis. I think it certainly had a new armature transplanted into it. You can see it's suffered a fair bit over life. It's probably been enjoyed rather a lot. So we'll just have a quick look around it. See the GWR on this side of the tank. Let's see if we can grab focus again. It's definitely away, either handling or just, peeling away through age perhaps. And it's through to the metalwork in a lot of places. And I think that should have like a gold or a coppery coloured paintwork around the top of the chimney there, but that's long gone. It transfers almost intact on both sides on the coal bunker there. Let's just have a look round the back end of the model there. Oh, we've got the lovely Hornby sticker on the back there, just above the buffer beam. So it's quite a pretty thing. I realise I've got the securing screw there. If I turn that upside down, we're going to lose that, aren't we? But let's see if I can put my finger in there and stop that from running away or dropping onto the chassis there. We can see it's quite oily. Because of its sort of fragile condition paintwork wise, I haven't really done anything to it. I've just given it a light brush and pretty much left it alone. You can see sort of years of oil splatter on the inside there. So I think if we just put that gently down, and we'll have a swift look at the chassis. I don't know whether you noticed in the footage there that the couplings are lost there. The little strikers which go down and would go onto the uncoupling rails, so both ends. So couplings have seen a bit of action. They look to be bent and reshaped a few times. So we'll put that back down and we'll grab the chassis. If you have a look at that armature, I think that definitely looks to be a bit of a rewind. Looks rather new compared to the rest of the item, doesn't it? So wheels look pretty good. Interestingly, I think there, if you see there, look, the flange seems to have been flattened off at one point on that side. There's an awful lot of play in the whole thing as well. So obviously we're getting drive from the back there, but not just play that way, which is understandable, but play that way. It's I think through the chassis block where the axles go, I think there's an awful lot of movement. But the thing works. Somebody's obviously gone to the trouble of having the armature rewound or a replacement armature put in it, and it does do the trick. So there's not much. There's a tiniest bit of movement up and down on the armature, which is about what you want. So makes a slightly different noise going forwards and reverse, but then many models do. Again, that coupling there has lost its bit that descends there. It's been snapped off there by the looks of it. Although sometimes I think people take those off as well just to stop it causing problems with the rails, because the uncoupling rails are far from a perfect item. But I think we'll just drop this back on the rails and we'll have a quick look at it running without its top on. There we go, all back on the rails except for the bodywork. Let's run this around the railway, hiding behind various things at the moment. See if we can get down a little bit low. Struggling to get focus back there under the elevated track. Now let's just bring this gently to a stop. I just want to go there. Actually, I've just overshot the points. I was sort of looking to my right, wondering whether I was coming up to them. Let's just go back there a little bit. And we'll stop that there. And we'll bring this through. We want points number 12 to go curved. And let's just bring that gently through. And we'll go beyond points number 10 and we'll back up through those ones. There we go. I think the tail end of that coach is off there. But let's just attend to number 12. So we'll go straight with that one. And sorry, I'm looking for the point switch for number 10, so that should take care of those pair there by the water tower and the signal box. There we go. Now, unfortunately, I've left the controls in the wrong place. Let's just roll this backwards now. There we are. See if we can have a quick look at that motor. Let's give that a tiny bit of power. And then back again. So I think that new armature or replacement armature now that's been put in seems to be doing the job quite nicely. And back again. So I think what we'll do, we'll just break from this for a moment and I'll get its top back on. There we go, body all back on. Of course we've got the Triang Hornby pannier tank sitting down there as well, so we should have a go at that. Let's give this some power and get this round to the 00 station. Makes a lovely sound on the rails. Rattly tin plate coaches running at a nice sort of passenger express speed perhaps. And we'll roll gently into the station. There we go. So I'm going to leave the controls dangerously there and hopefully I don't trip over those, and we'll grab the controls for the pannier tank. Well, let's give that a go. We'll go backwards, I think, just for a bit of variation. Completely different sort of sound at play here. Through the tunnel. Slightest hesitation there on one of those points. And we'll roll that into the station, bringing it gently to a stop. There we go. So if I don't get too mixed up with the controls now, we'll get that Dublo locomotive to run around again. And then we'll bring that into the station. Gentle stop there. So I've lost track of where I put the controls already. I'm going to get dreadfully tied up in a knot. Cables on the floor. There's the controls. So shall we continue backwards with the Triang locomotive? We'll do one complete circuit backwards. And then we could get them all running together. Under the elevated track, making quite a rasp, that bodywork on the motor and the bodywork in that pannier tank. Gentle stop there. There we have it. So I'm going to put the Triang controls down for a moment, and we'll get the Dublo locomotive underway. Let's see if we can have just a little bit of running with them both, but let's see if we can get that to settle down. See if we can get it to a speed where it's happy. Coming down that far side of the railway and into the station. Non-stopping service this time. 262 sitting by itself there. I've put a lot of things away this last week. There we go. Let's see if we can get the The Tank Locomotive underway as well. Different responses from the controller. It's such a completely different thing. Now we'll just pull this one to a stop. Let the 00 service come in and past. And I think we'll continue. And then they're both going to come back towards the station. It's satisfying when it all goes like that. I think they're both having a tiny bit of a hesitation on the points there. Tank Locomotive is now sped off. And we will stop that this time. So I think we'll leave the pannier tank there, and we'll find the controls for the 00 engine. He says hopefully. So we're going to put these down over here. Sorry, I'm going to have to look what I'm doing. We'll put those down there. And let's see if we can turn this train, not just the locomotive, we'll turn the whole thing around. So we'll come back to points 18. Let's see if we can get in just a little bit tighter with this. Through the station. This is a very satisfying set of clicks and rattles as it runs over the rails. So let's see if we can stop that there. I think I've got that just before number 18. So let's change 18. So we'll go make that one straight. And then what we need is 14, which is over there. We want to go curved. And then we want 17, which is there, also wants to go curved. Now ideally that'll turn the little tank locomotive around. And we have to remember to rechange number 18 where it's sitting at the moment when we come back through. Yeah, so I think if I can do 14 and 17, and then we want 18 to go curved. We should be able to run around the railway in the opposite direction now. So I think it's a lovely little thing. Not necessarily in a terrific condition, but then quite a lot of my 00 items really are very play worn. But I think that's probably it for this time. Thanks again for watching. If you look back again next time, we'll see if we can have something else interesting to have a look at. Goodbye now.